Okay, welcome back to 50 Targeted Traffic Methods for Online Businesses. In this video, we're going to be discussing Google Alerts. Now, here's the dilemma we've been running into. Sometimes we'll come on a conversation or we'll come on a discussion that's happening on a blog, and we discover that the discussion is old. Sometimes it's a year old, sometimes it's a month old. And we know that even if we participate in that conversation, that it may not necessarily lead to other people coming to read it and giving us more traffic. So the question then becomes, how do you know where the conversation is taking place about your subject matter, and how are you going to keep up with all of the news that comes out? Now, you might have the RSS feeds of the influential bloggers in your niche, so you might get their posts automatically, but you may not know of everyone who becomes influential that's going to write about your post, write about your subject, as you find out about them, of course. And if they are putting something out and you don't have their post coming to you automatically, again, you're going to miss the news in that respect. But then also, and the fourth thing that I have there, going from the bottom to the top there, is what if somebody from outside of the niche creates the actual content? In other words, what if somebody that you didn't know talks about your subject matter? How are you going to find out about them? Now, what's the benefit of doing that? Well, once you find out about the content, of course, you can go over and participate in the discussion. Okay, you can participate in the discussion while it's happening instead of waiting a month or two to figure out what's going on. And the benefit to that, and I've got that listed there as the fifth point, which is, your traffic is going to be fresh when you participate in the discussion that's happening as it's happening, as opposed to waiting a month or two or a year or 2 years. Your participation in forums where discussion is taking place is immediate. And again, that's going to mean then that your traffic can be immediate, if you provide helpful information. So now let's take a look at how Google Alerts would work in these ways with respect to these things. Now I'm going to go to Google Alerts here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go inside. And now you'll notice a couple of things here. Let's go ahead and put in our search query, model airplanes. Okay, then I'm going to want to know, okay, what do I want to come back? Do I want videos? Do I want blogs? Do I want discussion? Do I want books? Or do I want everything? Okay, you can determine what it is that you're going to be told about. It's pretty important if you're going to be participating in discussions. So if you want to just have an alert for discussions, you can do that. If you want to know what new books come out, this is a great way to find out what's going on in your niche. How often do you want it to be sent to you? Do you want it to be sent to you once a week? I think that once a week it's probably pretty much going to be good. Especially, if you're looking at an entire niche, depending on how your niche is. Okay, how many? Do you want everything that Google is able to find, or just the best? Okay, right? There's no standard rule for this. You want to test it and figure out, are you getting good results if you use the designation only the best results, and then you're going to have it delivered to your Gmail address or whatever email address that you have set up with Google. So now let's go ahead and we're going to click Create Alerts. Now, what does that mean? That means that I'm going to get in my email box once a day. I think I put once a day there. I'm going to get a list of all the posts with respect to model airplanes. I'm going to get that once a day. Now, that's pretty important if I'm going to be participating in discussions as they're happening. Right, and so basically what I'm doing is I'm giving myself the opportunity to know about the news in my niche as it's happening. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation here. Now remember, your traffic can be just as immediate as the alert is if when you participate in the discussion, your information is extremely helpful and people will want to come back to your site. Okay, and then also just remember that it's probably the only way that you can figure out what people outside of your niche are posting about the topics in your niche. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.